Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. In this video we will show you one more error in the Quran. However, when I was browsing, I browsed the internet, YouTube, to see what the Muslims activities is, what they are making, what they are doing. And I saw this video of this gentleman, and I want to show you how Muslims, they fabricate stories. You know, the lies, to be a liar in Islam is the spice of the wisdom. You will never find a Muslim who don't add a lot of lies to his speech to make his speech interesting. Listen with me and let us laugh together.
This talk, and a rabbi, like a proper rabbi, one of those rabbis, was sitting in the first row, and the guy was crying the entire time.
Man.
The entire time.
Entire time. The rabbi was crying the entire time.
I was giving this talk, and a rabbi, like a proper rabbi, one of those rabbis, was sitting in the first row.
Real rabbi.
And the guy was crying the entire time.
The entire time.
The entire time.
The entire time. The entire time. Guys, this guy, he never make a speech without recording it in a very professional way. You will see there's at least 3 cameras recording him, and you will see how clear the sound, how clear the images, which means it's done very professional. But yet none of his recording showing anyone crying, but in his speech, which he did to non-Muslim, which means for sure he's going to record that, because this is one of the best accomplishment will be speaking to non-Muslims about Islam. And guess what? Those are not normal people who they are listening. There's rabbis attending, real rabbi, like what he said, but still he have no record of such a rabbi crying in the front line.
Like a proper rabbi, one of those
proper
rabbis.
Rabbi.
Was sitting in the first row. And the guy was crying the entire time.
Entire time, brother. Unbelievable. Entire time. Okay, that's it. Anyway, so let us go back to the topic.
We still talk a lot. We call him Ibrahim, they call him Ibrahim, right? And we even have a recitation Ibrahim, but we're talking about 2 different people. What we know about Ibrahim alayhi salam, they have no idea. We call him Musa, they call him Mushe, Torat Mushe. But who we call Musa in the Quran, and who they call, wallahi, when you read and when you hear what they say about these same people, you will say, you're not talking about my Musa alayhi.
Absolutely. This is the first time a Muslim he said the truth. And ask yourself, when a Muslim admit that his Quran speaking about people cannot be the same as in the Bible, what does that mean? What does that mean? You know, I understand that the Muslims, they want to say that the Bible is corrupt, the Bible, etc., the Bible, blah, 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 blah. You know, why the Jews want to corrupt their Bible? Doesn't make sense. Like, is the Muslims going to corrupt the Quran? They will say no. So why the Jews, they will do that? It doesn't make sense. It's stupid statement. However, as long as the Muslims admitted, regardless of the rabbi who was crying, that what is written in their Quran have nothing to do what is written in our Bible, specifically when we speak about prophets of God. Now we need to question here why it is not the same. Why he just said, trust me, Musa's the one we know is not Musa's the one in the Bible. Abraham the one we know is not Abraham the one in the Bible. And that will goes on for everybody. But I will tell you why, Abdul. Because your prophet, he was fabricating stories about people who know nothing about them, including their names. Even their names, he got the names wrong. As an example, you just said we call him Musa's, they call him Moshe, right? You call him Ibrahim, he called him Abraham. That is not a big difference. It's fine. But what about your God say that the father of Musa's is Umran? It cannot be the same Musa's. Let us go to the Quran and laugh at the fabricator Muhammad. Just to remind you of previous video, we spoke before about chapter 19 verse number 28, if you remember, where the Quran says, O sister of Aaron, speaking about Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, supposedly. The Muslims, they say, according to their fabrication, that this was not an historical error. It was a tradition that if somebody, he is a traditional scholar or a good guy for the nation, they say, oh, sister of Aaron. However, that doesn't work for a very simple reason, because Aaron is not really important for the Jews as much as Moses. So if they want to say that, they should say sister of Moses. However, the word sister work only for someone in the same generation, not someone is born thousands of years before you. Number 3, the verse itself saying clearly that this is sister of Aaron, and speak about her father and then speak about her mother. So it's speaking about a family, not about someone who was exist long time ago. Muhammad, he thought that Aaron is the brother of Mary, because the Bible simply say that Maryam is the sister of Aaron, and this is the exact name is used in the Quran, Maryam, not Mary as we see in the translation. So Maryam is a sister of Aaron, and this is why Muhammad in the Bible, so Muhammad, he thought that this is the same Maryam which is the mother of Jesus, so he was confused, and then he make a verse in the Quran saying, O sister of Aaron, your father was not, etc. However, we showed it from the Islamic reference to prove our statement that Ka'b al-Ahbar, which one of the biggest rabbis who converted to Islam during ISIS time, which means jihad of Muhammad, and he converted to Islam, and he came to Aisha, and he said to Aisha the following. And again, by the way, this is the website of the King Fahd University in Saudi Arabia, King Fahd, KSU Education, Saudi Arabia. You can go down to the end of the page and you will see that this is the official website of King Fahd. So as you see it here, alright, so this is an official website, and here the verse in front of us, and this is the interpretation of Al-Qurtubi, as you see in front of you. So you will see here that Ka'b al-Ahbar, he came to Aisha, and we spoke about that in just to remind people in case they don't see the previous video. Ka'b al-Ahbar, he came to Aisha and he said to her, Mary is not the sister of Aaron, the brother of Moses. So Aisha, she said to him, you did lie. You are a liar. Now, as you see, as long Ka'b al-Ahbar, who is a big rabbi, who have a full understanding of the Old Testament, he saying to Aisha, this is not, Miriam is not the sister of Aaron, the brother of Moses. What are you talking about? What Aisha said to him? She said to him, you did lie. That's mean that this is what it's meant in the Quran, because if it's not what it's meant, if it's meant to be like a brother in tradition as they claim, then why he said she is not his sister, and then she said to him, you did lie? If this is what it meant, that it is not, this is not her brother, then she should say you are right. And the Prophet is not saying she is his sister from his blood. No, he is saying etc. But what she said to him, you did lie. Then he said, oh, the mother of the believers. This guy now gets scared. If this is what the Prophet said, he is telling the truth and he know better. You see, right away he give up. This is what terror can do. A second ago he was saying she is not. But then he said, well, you know what, if the Prophet, he is the one who said that, for sure he know better and he tell the truth. He is not a liar, I am the liar. And then he continues saying, but I find that the distance of time or period of time between them is about 600 years. And then Aisha, she was quiet and silence. 600 years the difference between them. Now we just heard this gentleman in the video saying that Moses in the Quran is for sure is not Moses the one in the Bible. Abraham in the Quran for sure is not Abraham the one in the Bible. For sure, Abraham in the Quran, he worshipped the moon and the stars. What are you talking about? He saw the moon, he said this is Akbar. He saw the sun, this is Akbar. This guy, he is worshipping Akbar, and this is not Abraham the one in the Bible. However, just to support that this is not the end of the story, because someone might say, well, we have different names, but doesn't mean it's a fabrication. Well, we need to ask the Muslims a question. When your God, he coded the names wrongly, and then you say to me that the Bible is corrupt, this is why the name is wrong. Then we need to ask ourselves, what the point of the Jews, as an example, changing the name of the father of Moses? Think about it, people. The Bible is written thousands of years before Muhammad he even was born. Do the people of the Bible know that Muhammad, he will come and he will code the name wrongly, and he will say Amram? He is the father of Moses, but he make it to Amran. If we go to the Quran, you will find how Muhammad make another mistake, which supporting the other verse we spoke about, that Mary, she is the sister of Aaron. If you go in chapter 3 verse number 35, actually the whole chapter is called the people of Amran. People of what? Amran. Who is Amran? Mary is not the daughter of Amran. She has nothing to do with Amran. Amran is the father of Aaron. But even the name Muhammad cut it wrong, or quote it wrong. It is not Amran, it is Amram, as you see here in the front of your eyes. Do you notice what I'm saying? It is Umran in the Quran, it is Amram in the Bible. So why Muhammad he got this mistake? Because he did not hear it, like the Jews when they say it in Hebrew, it sounded like Umran for him, so he said Umran. But the fact it is Umram, not Umran. When you translate, it might sound different, like, if you read here, it says Imran or Imran. The fact in the Hebrew is going to look the same, except the last letter only. And the first one is the same, because in Arabic, it is Umran, and this is exactly the same as in the Jewish. It is Umran. Umran. So the only difference was the last letter, which is the Nun, N. And instead of Mim, which means M as mountain, Muhammad he put it Nun, which is known as Nancy, or known as night. So he got the name wrong. And if the Muslim want to say to me, as we said, the change was happening because of corruption, ask yourself a very simple question. How the Jews knows that a stupid guy, his name is Muhammad, thousands of years after, he will quote name wrongly and he will put it in his book, and because of that, we are going to change the name. Or he is going to quote the name correctly, so we better change the name and corrupt the names. Like, come on. It's very obvious that the one who made the Quran is a fabricator. He knows nothing about the Bible. He is quoting name wrongly. He quoting history wrongly. He is quoting the age of Mary wrongly. Everything he got is wrongly. And then we got a Muslim saying that all the names in the Bible have nothing to do with the names in the Quran. Absolutely. Because they are exist before your book, and this is the truth. There is no reason for the Jews to change the names. What the purpose of changing the names? And this is why your prophet, he thought that Mary, she is the daughter of Amran, because he thought she is the sister of Aaron, because he thought that the name of the father of Moses is Amran, not Amram. Thank you. I hope you did enjoy watching this video, and please share and download. God bless.